Hey guys, Hybrid Tour Reviews here with the Star Wars The Black Series Artillery Stormtrooper. I'm sorry to interrupt the video that you were about to watch, but I just had to tell you a little bit about this guy. He is the prize to whoever's lucky enough to win him once the channel crosses 1,000 subscribers. We're very nearly there, so if you're not subscribed, click subscribe down below and wait until I cross 1,000 subscribers and I'll upload a video telling you how you guys can enter to win this guy. He's a super cool figure and I think whoever wins him is going to be very, very happy with him. Anyway, I'm going to let you get back to your video. Thanks a bunch for hearing me out on this, and I hope you enjoy the upcoming video. Bye! Hey everyone, Hybrid Toy Reviews here, wanting to bring you a review of something a little bit out of my normal wheelhouse. This is the Diamond Select Toys Cobra Kai Johnny Lawrence figure. This apparently was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, except I guess some of the leftovers got shared with Fan Channel or something. I picked up the Johnny and the Daniel LaRusso figure at my local, it's a buy-sell trade, it's like a comic shop, but also used DVDs. I really like Cobra Kai, and I wanted these figures for myself, but I figured I'd share them. It's kind of topical with a new season coming in about a month. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into the review and maybe see if we have a new line we're collecting, although I think the only other figure outside of these is Kreese, and he's in a normal package. But we'll see how the line progresses then. Alright, as always, let's start by taking a look at the packaging, which is the special thing here. I think I think these figures are available in a more standard packaging. Also, sorry if you hear some background noise. It's raining pretty good outside, but the reviews must go on, right? Anyway, this packaging, the store that I went to touted these as being like a VHS-style package, like maybe the old Disney pop opens, which is kind of cool. So on the front of this, you get a really cool Cobra Kai Never Dies, Johnny wrapped up in a cobra in a fighting pose, ages 8 and up. His name Johnny Lawrence, and a warning saying there's small chokeable parts. Got Cobra Kai written down the side in blue, and then action figure, because how would you know otherwise? This is Diamond Select Toys at the bottom. Back, Cobra Kai Never Dies again. Some pictures of Johnny with a blue and purple 80s looking background. Decades after the tournament that changed their lives, the rivalry between Johnny and Daniel reignites in the sequel to the Karate Kid films. This action figure of Johnny Lawrence is based on his appearance in the Netflix series Cobra Kai. It features 16 points of articulation, multiple interchangeable hands, and a support stand sculpted by Chris and Rocco. Got the Diamond Select logo, not for under 3, barcode, find a comic shop, comicshoplocator.com, bunch of legalese. The size of the box, you see this kind of like plastic, divider thing. I'll pop it open. Then you get a really good look at what you're getting. So it mentions swappable hands, but I don't see them here. I'm guessing they're probably maybe behind the card or the stand here. But you get a nice Johnny Lawrence trading card. You got your Cobra Kai logo. Got a look at the figure of Johnny, which is looking not too shabby. The face sculpt seems maybe a little bit younger, but maybe we'll get out of the box and see. But just first impressions, looks like maybe Johnny 10 years ago. He just doesn't have all the lines under the eyes and stuff. But we'll open them up and see what we think. Anyway, that's it for the packaging. You guys know the drill. Let's open them up. Alright, here we are with Johnny out of the box, and we'll start with the accessories. But before I show really what it came with, let's just go ahead and mention that on the back of the box where it says multiple interchangeable hands, there are no alternative hands in this packaging anywhere. The only accessories he comes with is this Cobra Kai stand, which actually I really like. Features a single peg, and he has a peg on both feet, so you could set him there if you want the logo facing him, or if you wanted the logo behind him, you could, however you'd like to orient that. A nice figure stand is always a nice choice. And then he comes with this, which I thought was a trading card. I mean, it looks like a trading card. It's trading card sized. Features, the Johnny Lawrence 1984 champion for the All Valley Karate Championship, and then the Cobra Kai logo. I mean, it's a cool looking card, but it's like 2 pieces of cardboard that are not glued anywhere except like that one corner. Around back, it just features the bio about the show on the back. And I mean, it's neat, I guess, cool, sure. That's something. But yeah, no interchangeable hands. So that was a false advertisement. There's a good lawsuit there, right? If anyone ever cared to go that far. Anyway, let's look at Johnny himself. So, starting with the face sculpt, with the figure out of packaging. I see it a little more without that kind of gloss plastic in front of it. It's definitely slightly younger looking, but I mean, it looks like him, just not quite as old. You know, in the show, he looks like he's like nearly 50, and I mean, the actor is nearly 50. But, you know, this almost looks like a mid-30s Johnny Lawrence. It's still older than Cobra Kai's glory days. But it's still a decent likeness. I do like it. It's just a little soft. Nice black headband going on. The blue in the eyes is very, very blue on camera. I mean, it's notable in person, but it's not like, you know, like glow-in-the-dark blue, almost like what it seems. But I do have a lot of light on it, too. Very nice, accurate skin tone. A nice kind of sandy gray color for the hair. Nice details when they're in focus of the knot on the back of the headband. There's a lot of fabric texture, you know, just wrinkly pattern going all over the gi with a little hole in the back. I'm guessing for some sort of a stand, you know, maybe they have a stand with a peg where you can maybe get him in like some jumping, kicking poses, or, you know, just assisting him in standing. Although he does pretty good, and then he does have that foot stand, so you can get him in some pretty decent stands, you know, on the ground. So it'd probably be for a more aerial pose. Nice kind of, you know, muscle tone. It's not over the top. They didn't like power the force to him or anything, you know, how like Luke Skywalker was like shredded. It is a very proportional, you know, very accurate looking to the guy. He's not super shredded, but he's not, you know, like out of shape. You know, he has like a lean fitness to him. And I do like how the figure looks. The only hands he comes with is a left hand fist, which is sculpted very nicely. And then a right hand with a pointing finger, which actually kind of being accusational is kind of Johnny's thing. So it does work rather well for him. There's a nice texture on the front folds of the gi on the edges where there would be a heavier seam. A tie of the black belt in the front. Black pants going down to the grippers. Looking very nice. The Johnny Lawrence feet. There we go. They're in focus. Nice sculpt work. Bottom of the feet do feature under-toe sculpting, but are otherwise flat, so they're not super anatomically correct. But anyway, yeah, I have an action figure of Will Zabka's feet, which is super cool, potentially. Maybe? I don't know. Maybe it's weird. But super cool looking figure. Let's run through some articulation. He's a little bit more limited than we're typically working with. The head doesn't really go up. That's about what you get. And then it goes that far down, which basically is nothing. Get side to side, and some pivot, which is nice. The arms come up kind of tight, but to a T pose. Bring them back down. 360 at the shoulder, and yes, it squeaks. No butterfly joints. Upper bicep swivel. Also squeaks. This is a very squeaky plastic. Double jointed elbows, but they only go that far. That's a little weak. And then 360 on the wrist, with left hinging in and out, and shedding paint the whole time, so that's nice. Righty also goes in and out, and again, shedding paint, revealing a much lighter skin tone underneath, so that's not super desirable. It features two abdomen waist joints, the upper torso ball joint, which allows him to crunch that far forward, and that far back, and you get some good pivot, and rotation, and then at the actual waist is just like a traditional swivel. His legs can kick that far out, which is pretty nice. They can kick that far forward, a little bit back, upper thigh rotation, double jointed knees, kicking pretty far, and the feet hinge, but the pants kind of hang around them, so they can only go that far down, a little bit up, and there's a forward-facing pin for rocker, but the heel kind of gets into the sides of the pants, so you can get some okay wide stances, but you really can't like do anything super crazy wide-legged and have him still standing without him, of course, using the benefits provided by the stand. To bring in some figures just for a general comparison, how about this Black Series Imperial Rocket Trooper, who stands at a pretty solid 6 inches. These figures strike me as a 7-inch line, and then to bring in another 7-inch figure, how about the Stranger Things Void Collection Eddie Munson, standing at a similar height. So he's pretty good for 7-inch figures for what few I have in this scale. I'm definitely more of a 6-inch guy, but these guys are going to get their own little spot on my shelf, I'm thinking. So here we are at the end of the review. What do I think of the Diamond Select Toys Johnny Lawrence? I gotta say, he's a really good figure. I have had a lot of fun just kind of posing him around. It is definitely a more limited articulation scheme than I typically collect, than I'm used to having with what I collect. It's also an abnormal scale to what I normally collect. As you can see behind, there are many, many, many 1/12 true scale Black Series figures. So, the 7-inch line isn't something I want to get too crazy into. I pretty much just have him and Daniel and then Eddie from Stranger Things. And those are like my 3 7-inch figures. And I'm probably content with keeping it with those 3, at least for now, until something comes out way down the line, maybe. But super cool figure. Pretty good likeness, as I mentioned. It's not dead on. It's like soft, but it's very recognizable. Just seems younger. But, there's a lot of nice sculpt work here. You can tell there was a lot of care that was put into making it look good. And I got to give credit. It's a really fun figure. I'm really happy with it. I'm just going to pose him up with Danny, and that's going to be my little Cobra Kai section, because I got to say, I'm really digging the show. The new trailer looks really good. I liked the end with him and Chosen popping into Cobra Kai. Dojo, and they're like, oh, adult lessons are on Wednesdays, and they're like, we're not here to take a lesson, we're here to give a lesson. I don't know, that's just a solid Johnny line. The trailer just has me so hyped for the new season, and I'm very ready. It is my it's kind of like my guilty pleasure show. I know it's very 80s campy, and obviously you'd never find a Valley anywhere with so many karate is my life people, but it's just such a fun show, and this is a really good figure for it, and I'm really here for it. So, I'm going to go. Thanks for watching. It means a lot you did. If you enjoyed, you should leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that, and the video stuff. As I mentioned in the beginning, I'm giving away a Black Series Artillery Stormtrooper, so if that's anything you're intrigued by, you should be subscribed. When I hit 1,000 subscribers, I will be posting a video about how you can enter that drawing. So, you have to be a subscriber. So, go ahead and check it out. So I'm going to go. I'll catch you later. Until next time, I hope each and every one of you have a good one. Bye.